Hello, everybody, and I would like to thank my wonderful subscribers. Hello, everybody, and welcome to what I believe is the final part of Ace Attorney Turnabout Bid Top. Last time we left off, we were heading into the trial, for Maximilian Diacta, and we're trying to prove that he didn't murder what's their face. What was it? It was R something. Reginald Bailey? Russell Bailey, the owner of the circus. Good morning, Max. Oh, good morning, sweetie. Wow, he's nervous. I get why, though. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Tee-hee. Oh, there's Regina. Tee-hee. Tee-hee. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Not a glass of milk, that's a carton of milk. You didn't see it in the image. And that's kind of weird. Regina! How fabulous! My fleety pie princess! You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo, huh? The clown? Why would he tell you to watch this? Mo said that? So what kind of performance will you be putting on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? No, that isn't what's happening here. Who brings this kid to places? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my fleeties? Huh? I think my fleety pie princess doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like the time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. At least they actually seem to like each other. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning. Ooh. Top of the morning to y'all. Everybody, get ready to talk. Everybody, get ready to talk to Little Limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning to ya, governor. Top of the morning? That's the ticket. Attacking the day start with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm. But even then, worms got higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my. Thanks. So, how are you doing today, right? Well, got the feeling that today I'm gonna face off against the real culprit. Yeah, because like what we always do, Phoenix. You do this every single time. You mean Atwell? Shit! Goddamn, I didn't know we had Sherlock fucking Holmes here. You figured it out too? Usually it's just me and Maya that figure it out by this point, but no. Dude, I think you nailed it. Imagine if we're both wrong and it's not him. Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He used to putting his life on the line. Literally. He got ducked to Shabaya. If all I got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It's gonna mean that I won't be able to press him like I can the other witnesses. What are we gonna do then? That literally your whole thing, Nick. I think today we'll have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, we rely on evidence. It's the only way to get past Atwell into the truth. You're right. But it's gonna be tough. Anyway, I want you to move. Sure. Anyway, I want you to make sure Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Dang. I definitely know what he believes in. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Diacta. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Miss Von Parma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Diacta fly off from the scene of the crime. Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. A dog to a woman. Very well. Very well. Please, call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to rot the God, I cannot say words. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. There he is. Oh my God, that guy is a bird. Name and occupation. Tanzanian, but everyone told me Atwell. I'm employed as an acrobat at the very big circus. 9! Where were you on the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will really... Oh wait, there's him. There's her, I think. If you look at the map, you will see the witnessing room is near the time machine. My room is on the 3rd floor. The time machine is looking below my window. Okay. The night of the crime, the witness saw something like shocking. Would you like to tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Wow, that may have been the smoothest interaction a prosecutor and a witness has had. Just solid communication with no issues at all. It was just after 10, and I was resting in bed. Around that time, I heard a large jump noise outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying by my window. It was Maximilian Deactita, but I only saw him from the back. But that's who it looked like. Okay. Not a perfect testimony, so it doesn't seem like... Yeah. He's not claiming to have seen Max. He's just giving enough information to where it has to be him. To be honest, when I saw it, I thought I was dreaming. That's it? This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clowns. If that is the case, there's really little the prosecution need add. All they have to do is explain how the defendant disappeared into the night. Hold it! Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice made by a foolish fool. I'm sorry, did I say that right? A foolish choice made by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. Did I say that right? I think I did. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. I was told. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. Okay, so there has to be a contradiction in here. And if I take the words said earlier seriously, I should not have to pledge, unless I want to pledge. I don't think it will penalize me for pledging, just that I don't need to pledge. Around that time, I heard a large dump outside the window. At the moment, I saw someone flying right by my window. It reminded me of the actor that I only saw him from the behind, but actually, it looked like to be on him. I saw it, I died of my dreaming. Will must be lying about what he saw, right? Of course he is. He's a liar. Now the challenge will be to expose his lies in court. Well, put the pedal to the metal, Nick. Okay. I don't think I could... Wait. Now... Wait, did the tort know this? I'm pretty sure the tort doesn't know this. So I don't think I could possibly use that. Just after 10. Is 15 minutes just after 10 to you guys? I don't know. A genuine question, not a fake one. Okay. Okay. So I obviously need to figure out what is related to our taste. Okay. in the image that he showed us, we saw the hat on the person. But the issue is that his testimony doesn't actually mention the hat at all. So that might be wrong. I don't actually know if I have to flash, actually. I feel like I should flash, though, right? Okay. I think it should be this one. I'm gonna flash with L. The light in your room was turned off, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the light off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety light isn't enough for me to see. There are safety lights? But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. Please describe the silhouette as having a hat. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? Please say yes. Please say yes. Yes! Okay, this is good. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Maximilian de Yactata. Come on. Why press him the yes results I seem to that? Maybe there was something fishy with that latest bit of testimony. There's a contradiction, we know this! There's a huge contradiction within the testimony that was just given. Be quiet, Von Karma. If there's a contradiction... Oh yeah, you want me to do that? I'll give you that. She's right, yeah, I see some evidence. Oh, you poor fools! You poor fool. You claim to have seen the exact same thing as... You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by this? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. Hey, I can't do that. I'm in a wheelchair. I was at the over the window. Would have been very annoying. That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's the same, because you would have noticed the silk hat found at the scene. That's the Ringmaster's hat, right? Nope. Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No. This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian de Yactata. Which means, Atro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Fibbing? What are we, 8 years old, Phoenix? Oh hey, I can actually see his wheelchair. It's like pretty big, actually. I wonder if 2 people can fit on it. Order! As always, it looks like someone has opened their mouth before speaking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and I have to back it up. What do you mean? We already backed it up with evidence. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause the witness to commit perjury today? What did that mean, Atwell was dreaming? Oh, Atwell dreamed that he saw it. but he never actually saw it. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's obvious that what Atmo saw. It's obvious that what Atmo saw he didn't actually see at all. Oh wait, did I get a rhyme? It's obvious what Atmo saw. It's obvious that what Atmo saw, he didn't actually see at all. Because it was all a dream. A dream. So you plan on writing the intermediate facts as nothing but a dream? Rip! Done! Maybe you should just pinch your cheeks and see if you actually are awake. Ow! I think your rip proved that this is a dream just fine. Mr. Wright, how about you provide an answer that actually explains things? Are you attaining it? Well, I opened my well, I know that. Okay, well now... Wait, did that actually hurt my health? I don't think it did. Perhaps it is because Atwell has a grudge against the defendant, which is why he is trying to flame match. Ow! Why me? What did I do? Never get your fat head in the way of a whip bent on finding... Never get your fat head in the way of a whip bent on finding justice. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I have no interest in your silly little theories. He has a grudge against the defendant? Huh? You're gonna have to have proof of that. Well, that's the thing. Mr. Wright, thanks to you, I got my head yacked by Montarmo's whip. I do not like getting hit for nothing. So how about you get hit? So how about you answer with an exclamation? Are you attaining it? Okay, so yeah. You know what would have been really funny? If at the part where she asked, do you have any evidence that Atwell has a grudge against the defendant? What if the game actually made you present a piece of evidence, and all of them were into that? But yeah, that is realism. Yeah, okay, it would have been really annoying, but it would have been realistic. Because they're not just gonna reject the idea entirely. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Atwell himself. On this occasion? You do this every time, Phoenix Wright. How is this any different? Accusing Atwell? What in the world are you accusing him of? Being a hottie? No, I'm accusing him of being the culprit. Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Russell Bailey, of Mr. Russell Bailey. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. Ha ha ha. I think your trip to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab an audience's hearts and minds. Huh? Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be flayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. What about him? He's calm enough for it. He's calm enough for it. He's calm enough for it to be. He's calm enough for it to almost be sedary. Is that how you say that? I think it should be. He's calm enough for it that it's almost sedary. He's calm enough for it to almost be sedaily. He is sedated Robert Tom and Hayat did. Shit. Mr. Danayane, how do you respond to the defense's accusations? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, yet alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things? See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is useless. They are right. How are we supposed to prove that Ted Danayane, a man who can't even walk, killed Russell Bailey, a man who can walk? See, right. Way to pick up on the disabled, you heartless tool, man. Phoenix is a poopy head. Is there a child in the courtroom? Oh, imagine if that was Regina who said that, right? She literally just said, Phoenix is a poopy head. That would be funny. See that, Mr. Peanut, right? If you were trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. But I'm not disabled, so I can't pull that hard. I think there's enough out of this little game. I've got a doctor note to confirm that Atwell is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Atwell had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Peanut, right? Did Atwell have an accomplice? My issue is that... Okay, wait, can I not? Okay, I can. The thing is that it was hard enough to find one person who would help Atwell. I cannot imagine anybody else who would help Atwell murder Russell Bailey. I do not think it could be any of them. I don't think it's Mo. Bat is in a coma. Maya is unrelated. Max would totally, spill his guts about his accomplishment. Ben is, the only one who I could really think. Ben is the only one I could really think who might have been an accomplice. But even then, he had no reason to hate Regina or the Ringmaster. So he seems to hate nobody except Max. And I can't imagine that Ben would do this plan just because he hates Max so much. Can't be him, can't be her. I cannot see anybody on the ship who would be a good... Of course he didn't. A good accomplice. Well then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Miss Von Tarma. What? What? You're not gonna shutter me up. You're not gonna shutter me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Atwell planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! Order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Mitt. Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together, Maya. Can you help me once? I have to show how Atwell murdered Russell Bailey. Can you do that, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, yeah, do it! Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Oh, then why would he lie? Why would he lie about seeing the hat if he, You're about to say, if he's the killer, then he knows the hat was after the crime scene. So why would he make up that he saw the hat fly away? Mr. Wright, I get you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, where exactly was Mr. staying? No, but that doesn't make sense. He can't leave his cabin. He said that. Because Regina had to bring him his food. If he can't actually stand. We know that him standing is not a lie. So, then, he has to be in his room. He's on the 3rd floor. You know how many flights of stairs that is? 1? 2. That's 2 whole flights of stairs he would have to get to. And in winter, that would be dangerous for him. No, he would have to be in his room. It's the only place he could be. He was obviously here the whole time. That's Atwell's room. Pretty simple, eh? Atwell wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Atwell didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What do you say? What say you, Mr. Dinayane? It's an interesting theory. That's all? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Damn. He's pretty stone-faced. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. Okay, you literally can't say that. You can say my assertion is improbable, but you can't say my assertion is impossible, right? There are ways to kill somebody even if you're far away from them. We literally have guns. If he died of a bullet and he's dead of how did he die again? Where the hell is the autopsy? Oh, here we go. If he died of a bullet wound and dead of blunt force trauma, we would all be okay with the long distance theory, wouldn't we? Dude, all you have to do is throw an object and boom! He down for the count. Like the Blit. Have you guys ever seen Home Alone? That scene with the Blit? Dude, I kinda don't like Home Alone 1. It's too violent for me. I'm really a pussy. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. He doesn't have to be at the scene. He wasn't hit. He wasn't bludgeoned to death by bare hands. He was hit by something. You've got a point. It seems you presented once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defense was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? Yeah. And Mo isn't a liar. Mo had proven to be fully trustworthy, so we can't just say Mo is lying. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask the question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think it is that I killed him? If I can't use my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. That is an issue. A big issue. How did he do it? That's the net torch of Yeagle Buffet. Be careful, Mitt. If you mess up here. She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give it some serious thought. I'm sure that will kill the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us. Shit! I actually don't know this one. I want to look over my evidence. Okay, who is that? He had to have hit him with an object. Oh, the box! It's the box! Wait. No, it can't be the box. Can it be the box? No, it's impossible. He's under the box. Wait. He's over the box. If the box hit him, it would be on top of him. It couldn't be under him. And since Atwell can't leave his room, he couldn't reorganize the scene of the crime. What is heavy? I think they need a murder weapon. None of these items would tell us how he got the item back. But we need something. A heavy thing. Can't be this. Can't be this. Can't be this. Can't be that. No. Well, these are animals. Unless I'm just saying it was an animal attack, that's kind of pointless. The bottle. No, they're from an earlier fight. Why did Maximilian the Yachtitite have to be such a terrible person? Can't be the hat. No way it's heavy enough to tie blunt force trauma. It can't be these. What are the pictures again? Read the scene of the crime. That didn't really help us at all. What is this? This is a map. This is the whatever, I don't remember. This land plea or whatever. This is the bust. The bust. The bust. It's heavy. It's just really fucking heavy. And it's wearing a silk hat. Oh my god. But, no, it doesn't have the tarps. But then again, we never actually saw any image of the person flying, did we? Present evidence? I'm gonna present some evidence. So please. What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that is shown in the picture. The bust? Why are you not calling it a bust? It is a statue. Okay. Actually, no, I can't think of a better word than bust. Never mind, you guys can use that word now. It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-size, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it would drop from a third-story window. Ah! See? This is how Atwell was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Diacetus' ample bust. Okay. The game developers totally mean to make it sound like Maximilian Diacetus had big boobies, right? That's the idea. Massive titties. Order! Order! So you are saying that the bust fell onto the Ringmaster. A rather simple climb. Even if you were thrust in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How did he get it back? Is that what you're gonna ask? Let me guess, you're gonna ask, how could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Who says he has to do that? All he had to do is get the item. All he had to do is get the item, put it on his lap, go to his window, and drop it. But okay, eventually, Von Tarma is going to ask me, hey, what if he did drop it, why isn't it a part of the climb scene? It's impossible. He's an acrobat. Yeah, obviously. Well, Atwell is an acrobat. She should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Look at his muscles. Mr. Damien, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Atwell's at a loss for words. She should be. She knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Atwell, you can't escape from the Lord's eyes of the law. I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why? I was being tool. I did well 3 times. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Or how about this? How about we get his doctor in here? You know, the doctor that, helped him. He's in a wheelchair, which means that he had to have done physical therapy, which means that he has to have had a doctor. That means that we should get his doctor in here to testify on if he could lift the bust. Legitimately, okay. I have never seen Ace Attorney do this. But you know what I really want to see? I really want there to be a case where we actually get expert testimony. Do you guys know what expert testimony is? Expert testimony is when you have a person take the stand and give testimony, but they are unrelated to the crime. Their job, basically, they are an expert in a certain subject. In this case, the expert would be physical health of the witness. So basically, my point is that we should get a game where we actually have expert testimony. I think that would be really cool. Von Tarma. She's just using this testimony routine as a ruse to stall the time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution had the right to respond. God, she's actually pretty. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way for once? I'm right all the time. Mr. Danahan, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. Okay, so it exists. Expert testimony does exist in this world. I don't know if... Yeah, I haven't played any games besides the ones I've played on camera. So I don't know if they ever do expert testimony, if they actually do it ever. But hey guys, you should have a game where expert testimony is a part of it. I know it may seem boring, but it would actually be a good way to get rid of some issues. Okay? I think that would be cool. So, hey guys, Ace Attorney 7, get on this shit. Get on it. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. That woman will sink to any Yoda winner taste. Hey, I just realized something. Is this the first witness Montarma has had that she is actually pretty nice to? Atwood's physical sedate. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a drawn upper body today. I have a drawn upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the rotation of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would have been unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him. Don't you think? Shit, that's a good point. How did he know where the head was, if he can't do his lower body? Assuming that he's telling the truth about not being able to look out the window, how did he do it? I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bus and get himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the rotation of the Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on this matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. She is simply stalling. It's shameful, really. I tell you, her dead to me. I've got to focus. Atwood's physical sedate. I don't actually know what it to talk like this. Okay, what do I need to figure out? I already know everything I need to know about these two. The picture, the W box, his foot steps. I think we figured out why there aren't any other footprints Atwell wasn't outside at all. She wouldn't need to be. What doesn't make sense? What needs to be explained? Why was this box here? I know almost why everything was everywhere it is, but I don't know why there was a wooden box. Yeah, no, we never explained that. Why is it there? She's on top of it, which means that when he died, he would probably try to carry it. Huh. Okay. Go forward. Okay, I'm gonna press him on this. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up flying out the window myself. Really? Really? Is that what would happen? I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my age yet. So you couldn't have thrown that butt out of the window. No, don't listen to that. How long do you think your recovery will take? You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing extreme intensive rehabilitation. It's still gonna take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another important point. If the witness was carrying the butt, she would not have been able to see out of the window. Okay. Why would you say it was impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I were tailing the butt, I couldn't see out of the window. Out below the window. Thus, there's no way that I would have known the rotation of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you got a point. Hey, Nick. Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the rotation of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the butt. That doesn't make sense, but how would he know the rotation? If only I had to prove it somehow. That Atwell knew the rotation of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently enough. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get any new testimony. I think that's all I have. How would he know the rotation of the ringmaster's head? I've been thinking about it. How would he know? And I've also been thinking about how the box got there. What would you do if you saw a box that you owned outside? I think you would try to carry it. Okay? I think that's pretty obvious. You would try to lift it up and carry it. I guess that answers one question. That's why he was on top of the box. He would try to carry it. But here's another question. How did the box even get there? No one on our list had testified that they put the box there. No one. And of course, since we have decided that there are no accomplices, I don't see how... I think it is way too late in the game for it to be revealed that, oh hey, Max put the box there, or that Ben put the box there. It is way too late in the game for that kind of reveal. So the only person who could have is Atro. And he can't go outside. So the only way he could have put the box there is by dropping it. Oh my god. That's it. That's it. I got it. All he would have to do is drop the box in a precise location. He drops it and makes sure he remembers where he dropped it in the exact position he was in. If you drop an object, you can make another object drop in almost the same location, as long as you remember where your hands were. And Atwell is an Atwell bat. He's probably pretty good at muscle memory and all that. So, all he would have to do is that when he gets the boss, that when he drops the box, all he had to do is remember where he dropped the box. But am I right? Atwell, you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the Ringmaster's head was gonna be. Quite precisely, I might add. Objection! Objection! Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Felix Wright. Enough stalling! How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Meanie. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Felix Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over. The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the Ringmaster, they didn't see him holding a box. Which means the box was already placed there. Yeah, at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your feeling makes a lot of sense. Well, I haven't told you the best part yet. You need to wait a minute. The moment that the bus came falling down was the exact same moment that the Ringmaster lifted this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all of these questions now is crystal clear. You mean, if the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way you could miss the head of the victim. No! Okay, I do actually want to point out one problem I have with the idea. Yeah, it really does depend on how you lift boxes, doesn't it? Like, what would have happened if he just lifted it, like... Okay, using this as an example, what happened was this. Imagine that this box is a lot bigger. He would have to, like, go here, he would have to put his hands on the box. He would have to bend down and lift it up, like this, for him to die like that. But what if he picked it up more like this and only slightly leaned over? It would have been a way bigger problem for Atro. Finally, some of the loose ends are trying to tie themselves together, are starting to tie themselves up. Phoenix? That's the power of truth. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward! So the next lesson I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene? Come on, Judge. Is that even a real question you need to ask me? It was Mr. Dane, of course. Damn! The Dane didn't even ask me. It just went for it. He connected it to a rope, and all he had to do was lower it down. A rope? Huh. I didn't think about a rope. Okay. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you. Mr. Phoenix, right? Ow, 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 ow! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the bomb. That is a good point, Flynn sister. How are we gonna prove that? Also, why are you so pretty to look at? God. That's why the bike was so specially made. Specially made? Wait, it was? How so? Oh, because it was heavy? I guess that's what you mean? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The weight of the box. The box had a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the torque record, it weighs 20 pounds. Wait, you have a torque record button too? And it's the R button too? Or the R trigger, I guess it's called? Just to lift this box up would have required. Oh, I see. One would have had to drop down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I'm trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also had tailoring handles on either side, doesn't it? Oh yeah! Handles would kind of promote you to pick it up like this, and then you might have to be over like that. I get it now. That is correct. Hey, I really like how me and the judge are actually doing a back and forth, right? Hey, this is what happened. Oh, I get it. And to do that is helpful because of this. Oh, and then this. Oh, well, and this. I really like it when the judge and me actually have a good conversation. To lift up the box, you would have to drop down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! I do have to admit, there are some problems with the theory, but for a video game, it's a pretty good idea. Like, for example, like, how did Ken know when? How did he know when, he was over the box? And stuff like that. Does he ever bother to listen to me anymore? When did he bother listening to you at all? I've heard what you had to say. Huh? I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place the wooden box in the plaza? He doesn't say no. Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. Really? What do you mean, like, emotionally or physically? What? Mr. Wright, did you recall the original rotations of Max's bust? Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. It would have been really funny if they actually made you pick the rotation. Because, like, what's the point of saying, I forgot, if they would just give you the answer if you chose I remember? Then, what happened to it? I would like you to remember one very important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly have left the lodging house by myself. That means you understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? How would he do that? And with nobody else noticing him doing it. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Explain that. I will, somehow. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. I'm allowed to amend that idea. Ah! Shit, I'm gonna need an accomplice. Maybe. I don't know, actually. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yeah, we definitely have a problem here. But there's no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria to his room? No, 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 no. An accomplice. But none of these people would help him. Why would they help him take the bus from one place to another place? A monkey who takes him at will, habitually damage all sorts of shiny things. Please be shiny, please be shiny. Oh, that is so fucking shiny. Take that! A monkey. Everyone knows money. He loves shiny things of any size. Oh my! Yet when he stole the ventriloquist ring. So, are you saying that the witness had a monkey steal the bus? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Ooh, you look mad. Am I getting to you? And I barely have to press you at all. Home? Money lives in Atwo's room. Atwo's room? But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't shiny at all. Oh, you're right, it isn't. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. My, those are some nice cards she's holding. Yes, and they are made of titanium, which is very shiny. Ah! Atwell. Money is a drawn monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be in the market for a new roommate. Wow, you're just telling us that you want your monkey to be strong. Order, order, I said order! Miss Von Parma, where is the bus inflection at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. The elaborate strange turn of events. But yet say the monkey had not stolen the bus. What would have happened then? Well, then, assuming that Atlo really wanted to murder whoever he wanted to murder, then he probably would have used another item, right? Remember, his room had a lot more items than what I have in the court record. He could have used any of those, right? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Then you mean this bus was the murder weapon purely by accident? More like by chance. Chance sounds better. It's possible. Maybe Atlo saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Ooh, you're worried. I think I'm getting closer to the truth. Anyways, I think we more than proven one critical fact. What is it? Namely, that it was entirely possible Atlo was the murderer. Moron! Mr. Wright's argument is... Mr. Argument... Yeah, I want to play a Mr. Argument. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow! Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Wah! I forgot about that. There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. You have to turn about. You have to turn about big top. You have to turn around this big top. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Bailey, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Okay, well, let's be honest. Who? It can't be her. And we should never say it was him. I don't think it's him either. Who the clown saw? I do not think it's Ben. There is no build-up to it being Ben. And it can't be Dick W. Can't be Francisca. Regina, I think she would be way shorter. And also, I think she would have told us by now. I think she is innocent. It can't be him. He's in the picture. Well, not the picture, but he's in the mind image. Can't be the clown. Why would he, I mean, I guess he may have said it. Can't be any of these people. But that only leaves one possibility. If it's not a person, it's a piece of evidence. But which one? Guys, sometimes I think I knew all along. It's the butt, bitch. He saw Max's butt. Ow! I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence had nothing to do with the collection. Shit, wait. Am I right? Oh, control, mon frere. It does indeed have something to do with the collection. Ooh, he's worried. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he didn't actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being that he saw. How is that possible? It's simple. Really. What Max actually saw that night was Max's bot. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? Dude, I am literally making you flat. You do not deserve to say that right now, honey. The silhouette she saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bot. It would have been easy to hang off the ties in the bot. Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bot? Come on, we both know. Ted Dinnerane. It doesn't matter who put it on the bot. Wait, Jethro. Wait. Order in the door. Wait just a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bot? That selection is of utmost importance to this case. Don't you agree? No, she taught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bot? Well, duh, it's obviously Matt. It's obviously 10. I wonder, Wait, what, am I wrong? Who else could have done it? I wonder, Mr. Phoenix, right? Didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? So then how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Well, furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bus, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. I'm sorry. God, are we wrong? I don't know who else it could even be. When she's so nice telling me I'm wrong, it hurts even more. Ow! The famous Von Tarma Taylor and Whip applause. So let's have it. Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bot? The ringmaster himself? Fool! Him? Wait, am I right? No, I'm probably not right. It's just giving me a really, really loud objection. Fool! Him? You were saying it was the victim himself, Russell Bailey? Like what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bus? No, that's impossible. Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. What would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyway. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? You take a step back in time, honey. Aswell used the rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the box and dangled the box out of his bedroom window directly above the box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Matt to wait in his room and went to the scene Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing matching costume. We all know that. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the scene of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift up the wooden box. And right when Athro took his chance, he released the rope. Now, this is where the magic happens. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim, and thus it happened. Wait just a minute there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I must have you try. I must have you deem. This just isn't true. It can't be. Why's that? It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bus on the victim blew the throat up, which snagged on the bus. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Trails, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the throat had already snagged onto the bus. Now, having completed the crime, Athro naturally went up to pull up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bus being raided with the throat dangling on it, and thus it flew. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't look out his window. So he just kept pulling the bus up. And that is how the magical murderer disappeared into the sky came to be. Ta-da! So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one who was able to drop the murder weapon from the hut. Is the only one who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Well, it could only have been you. Still calm and collected as ever. Actually been playing mind games with all of us. Yeah, well they're not very good. I keep getting him. He sure has. But he had come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? I thought I'd been doing that. Didn't I prove a lot of my theory during the course of events? I think I did. I gave reasons as to why it was a bus. I told you how he got the bus in his room. I told you why the witness saw what they saw. I guess all of those explanations aren't true proof. Evidence? Court is in session. Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Damn, you're putting both of those together? Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution is blaming out a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I said they blamed how there's only be one possible murder method. What else do they want from me? But there's still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get us out of this jam. Right? Present some evidence in the court that backs up your claims. I want hard evidence that you have unraveled the trick behind this magic tape. Shit! I don't have a chance tonight. Shit, there's so much hell. Fuck. I don't know. Not these. Probably not this one either. Shit. Not the hat. I don't think the papers. I've already used almost everything except this dumb bottle and this note. To the murderer. You haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. at the Yawning House Plaza. That's it. Max wrote this note. And I haven't used it yet. This might be my time to use it. Please be right. Please be right. Please be right. No! No. No, you... What? No, come on. Why ain't no one saying anything? Try it. Blocked! That wasn't it? God damn it. Okay. What the hell? Bird did the fuck... What? No! Ow! Ah! Nick, they say they want evidence. I should play how they... Okay. But... Shit! Present some evidence that backs up your claims. I want hard proof that you won. What else could it even be then? The butt? Not this. It can't be this. Why would it be the box? Why would it be pepper? Can't be that. Can't be that. The only thing I can think of is that it's the box. Oh, okay, God, a different reaction. Maybe this one is right. Oh no. No! God damn it. Okay, yeah, let me use my health. God damn it, okay. I can do this! Okay, I need to do this, come on, what is it? It can't, it's not the note, really? It's the box? We already did the box, though. Is it something I haven't presented yet? The juice bottle that we found in the cafeteria. No, that's unrelated. Okay, so I don't think there's gonna be any of these. I don't think it's gonna be this one or this one. I don't think it's gonna be the map, and I don't think it's gonna be one of the animals. It's not this one, and it's not this one. It can't be this one. So it has to be the wooden box or the pepper inside the box. Or the, no, not the autopsy report. We basically blamed that one. Okay, yeah, just take my health away, bro. Right. That's enough. There's no reason to further prolong this trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. The case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Billy Bob Johns. I'm sorry, but to be fair, you were kind of an asshole. Maybe prison will make you a better person. You really don't need to save that one. Okay, so we've done this one, this one, this one, and I think that it has to be a part of this part of the evidence. So it has to be this one. Oh, come on. Really? Nothing? Okay. Okay, it wasn't that one. Okay. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Or this one. Wait, did I do this one? I'm not sure if I did this one, actually. Shit. I forgot. Did I? I'm gonna do it. Yeah, okay, and not this one. Okay, yeah, okay. We have determined that not the pepper bottle or whatever the heck. I might as well finish off this part. Okay, yeah. Shit. No, I don't want to save that. That shot. That was the worst one I've done. Okay. So, okay. God damn it. Oh my god. Oh my god, damn it. Okay. I'm bound to just start presenting random shit now without purpose. Okay. I can do this! Come on now, you can do this. Okay, Is it the fact that there are no footprints? That seems way too simple. Okay, you're gonna say try again. Okay. I really hope that they make it incredibly obvious when I'm right. Okay, I want to save in an earlier rotation. Or a later rotation, I guess. Okay. So anyway, I did this. Well, I didn't do this, but I'm just saying not to do it. Okay, I don't know actually, Wait, what? With the hat? Really? With the hat? Okay. The problem is matches three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the throat, and the white roses. Silk hat, throat, white roses. Give me a minute. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were two contradictions in Moe's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were another. But the theory I just presented explains all of those contradictions. You fool! Do you ever shut up? No. The reason why I'm not a fool is because I never shut up. Come on. Okay. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Moe said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Moe actually saw was the bust. Makes sense if you look at it that way. Then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got one. What about the other contradiction? The white roses? The other contradiction? Remember what the ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the trial testimony doesn't match. The trial said there were no white roses. Well, let me look at the statue. The statue doesn't seem to have any white roses. And I don't see the throat. Wait, can I actually look at the throat? Okay, there are. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I'd like to see you try to explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant where the throat snagged onto the bust. If the roses snagged onto the bust, if the throat snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Snabble. They got hidden. Of course, they were put on that way, not the normal way. Don't you get it yet? If the throat got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. No! Which explains why Moe didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! Okay. This is quite a shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory it still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do it, Nick. Then maybe Von Tarma will finally throw in the towel. No, I have a feeling that she's the type to never give up. Yep, no, she is not the type to give up. Shit, and neither is she. Why is everybody in this room so determined? I mean, it's a really good Shadil, but I don't have that Shadil. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? Oh, yeah, let me guess what he did do. He did talk about how, the ringmaster took me in when I was but a child. Why would I kill him? Yes, I did. Is there something making you think I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible amount of gratitude towards the Ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the surface is well aware of this. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the Ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Atwo's story. You learned about his relationship with the Ringmaster in his life up until now. What do? We listen, we learn, we win. There's no doubting that Atwo deeply respects the Ringmaster. Okay, hey guys, it's like nobody in this room has heard of a good liar. Literally, the person in the last case was able to pretend to be an idiot for a whole year. And the other guy, what was his name? Yanni Yodi, he pretended to be insane for at least 5 years or something. People can be really good actors, okay? How do we know that Atwo actually cared about Russell Berry at all? We don't. We don't know that. Atwo's motive. Okay. I will listen to the rest of Mrs. Dana's testimony after the recess. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. To be continued right now. Right, I don't do that sort of thing. Gonna have to save, 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 and if we gotta win in that way, hey, December 30th, 2:17 p.m. Vigilant Court, defending Yobby 5. I can't believe it. Atwo? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. If you think he was only the most straightforward of the group. Gee, Buzz, am I that hated? Ahem. Atwo tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psh, tough. But I'm nothing but a little nobody, you know? Damn. Do you have an inferiority complex, maybe? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why people hate you. Tough! Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after I went through all the trouble to blame you some evidence? Detective Dumbshoe. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be found guilty anyway. No, come back here. He's not that bad. No, detective. I'm sorry. Why don't you relax a little? Sit on this couch where I almost got... Hey, detective, relax a bit. Sit on this couch where I got assaulted a couple months ago. We got some really tasty milk. How about a tartlet, detective? I like how we're all trying to persuade him to stay here. Ho. Well, if you insist. Now, how about that evidence you mentioned? What is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Atwo's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Miss Montarma be mad that you're doing this? Well, she can't stop him. That might is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or nothing. But everything that happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know, Miss Montarma did really seem in control of things just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plan was set into motion. What are you talking about, Gumshoe? What is this plan? I am 85% sure Miss Montarma is not gonna win. And she definitely isn't gonna be happy about losing. So, what are you saying, Detective? Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's for me too, pal. I'm out of here. Nothing is ever truly over until the very end. I'm not sure. It was all pretty clipped to me. Why didn't she just say Von Tarma? Why the prostitute? Oh. One more thing. Don't dare me like that. It looks like there's a large tan package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's Melt. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of Melt? For me? 10 minutes later, and Maximilian Diactata is passed out from Melt overdose. Okay, I get going to this then. Court is back in session! Miss Montarma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Atwell's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Atwell would have had to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dinayane. Yes, Your Honor? Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't act like you don't want the answers to. Why do you keep doing this? She's your best friend. Wait, I actually have a yet win. You guys did not hear that, did you? Witness testimony about the Rainmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. Right when the Wingmaster, the Bailey Bid Circus, Russell Bailey, took us in. I became an Atwell bat at around 9 years old. Damn. I wanted to find a way to repay the Wingmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Can you imagine your sole purpose in life is dedicated to someone else? I cannot imagine that. Can you guys? Let me know if that is your reason for living down below. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you've heard, the witness deeply regrets the victim. I wonder how anyone could think Atwell would kill a man that he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? No, there definitely is. Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Atwell kill the Wingmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Nah, there's no need to question him. I'm okay leaving things where it is. Why aren't you? There's no need to cross-examine the witness. What's that? Why was the Ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I already know the answer. Mr. Wright, I need to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Admiral would want the Ringmaster dead? Shit, I might actually have to back this up. Fuck. The issue is that Admiral doesn't seem to hate a lot of people, to be honest. He doesn't even seem to hate me, or Montarma, or anybody. I mean, even he didn't really seem to hate Maximilian Diactata. Not really. The only person he actually seems to hate is Regina Berry. But Russell Berry was the victim. And we know that even if Admiral doesn't like the way Russell Berry taught his daughter, Admiral still loves the Ringmaster. I find it hard to believe that Admiral would kill Russell Berry just because of his parenting style. But that's the only explanation. Why else would Admiral drop the bust onto the Ringmaster's head? He did this whole plan just to kill... Wait a minute. Admiral can't see over the thing. Admiral can't see out of his window. He would not know where the Ringmaster's head was. But that also means he wouldn't know whose head it is. So, the note placed in Regina's pocket that morning. To the murderer. You haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago. I have conclusive evidence of what happened. Meet me at the lodging house tonight at the lodging house at 10 p.m. They were placed in Regina's pocket by Admiral. She was supposed to be the victim. But, like the good father, Russell Berry chose to go instead of his daughter. Admiral didn't know who he was hitting, and thus he dropped it on his head anyway. He didn't know who he was hitting at all. Net? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason Admiral killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Admiral had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempt to fool us, you foolish fool. Goddamn, I cannot say words. Your foolish attempt to fool us, you foolish fool, is so foolhardy, you foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Atwell, you didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it never was his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Order! Order! Bailiff, I do not care who it is. Smack anyone who is yelled in the face. Twice if you must. Goddamn, how could you? I'm yelled. I don't want to get smacked in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my tour? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do with his tour? That's a funny bit. That's a funny one. Are you attempting to imply that Atwell would try to kill someone else? I am. Regina Bailey, bitch. Regina Bailey? This young lady and the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Atwell. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't even need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited yeeting question. Oh, shut up. Almost every person in this game asks yeeting questions. You don't have to tell me that. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. That can be arranged. Your father died. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence. Now. I want to know why Atwell wanted to kill Regina Bailey. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves... Okay, I'll present evidence. Here you go. Atwell, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tote tail. Tail tote. Inside the victim's tote tail? Tail tote? Atwell wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. It's perfect when they told someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he told Russell Bailey with this note? Do you not listen to what I said? Russell Bailey isn't involved yet. Yes, but there's one little problem. Atwell did indeed place this note in someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person the note was intended for was none other than Regina Bailey. Order. Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory at all. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Atwell gave us earlier today? Lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Atwell had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Admiral thought it was Regina in the plaza. Great job, Billy Judge. You figured everything out all by yourself. Now let me keep going. And then when he let the bus fly. Hey, Mitt? Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? Yes, she is. But maybe she needs to hear about this. Needs to hear the world beyond the surface, I mean. She is. Unfortunately, it's only there to horse her from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Atwell wrote this note to Regina. Foolish fool! Foolishy foolish fool with what? Yes! I do not miss her saying foolish, okay? Shit! No! Okay, now we go here. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. I can say that better. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Was that it? Was that right? You're so foolish, you made even me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Peanut Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if that note remembered Regina Bailey, it would mean that she's a murderer. This note is declaring Regina Bailey is a murderer. Yes? And? You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he headed over to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that the note is alluding to? The incident 6 months ago. Well... This is simple, Your Honor. He had no fucking idea. If Mr. Wright can't provide the facts of this so-called incident on the note, then there's no way to know whether this note is relevant or not. What are you talking about? Even if I'm wrong about a lot of shit, you can't say that this note isn't relevant to the current case. This note... Oh my god, how are you so dumb? This note is literally what made the ringmaster come to the area. This note is literally how the victim met their death. It is relevant as hell, okay? Even if I'm wrong about who made it or like who it was for, you have to admit that this note is relevant to the case in the most major way possible. what we should be doing with this note is analyzing it for hair sample, for spin samples, for where the pieces of the letters are from. That's what we should be doing with this note. Not forgetting about it, Miss Von Tarma. The only reason you're saying all of this is because it did not fit into your perfect theory of the taste. Moreover, one cannot provide any sort of motive for wanting to kill Regina Berry. Okay, well that is a good point. That's a good point. Huh? It's that simple? Of course it's that simple. Man, I thought you were going somewhere with this. This is getting ugly. All I can do to get out of this mess is I have to prove the truth of what happened 6 months ago. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that is related to the current case? That is literally the point of me telling you what I'm about to tell you. It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this course, what? Everything in this case had its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. I mean, I'm not checking everything, but a lot of it is. Well then, if that's the case, then hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that note, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is... What is it actually? I don't know. The lion? What? This is... Well, okay, well I'm wrong. Okay, shit. Ah! Well, okay, so it isn't the lion that got shot. I'm almost to the big climax of the case, meaning that no matter what, I can't mess up again. Shit. No, wait, yes. Okay. Wait, no, wrong one. How do I, oh shit, I can't get out of this. What I'm about to use. I think maybe it's this. God damn it. Okay. Oh, come on, really? I have to go all the way here again? Why did it just let you go back to the last question you failed? Why do I have to go all the way back here? Okay. Oh shit, wait, no, wait. No. Okay, what is it? Not this. Sorry. Okay, so... We can't say it's this. That would be so circular reasoning marks. Can't be that. Wooden box? Ill. Rustled? No. None of this stuff helps. So it has to be can't be this one. It has to be this one, right? Ah! Achoo, achoo, achoo. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix, right? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What? The only reason why I clicked it is because it was inside of the box, and I was like, why would he put it inside of the box? What do you mean? We're told that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this decisive piece of evidence was indeed what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming that Regina Bailey killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Wait, I wonder if it would have worked if I did the box. Probably not. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix, right, then answer this question. Who was Regina Bailey's intended victim? Sean Danayane, bit on the head 6 months ago by Yeon, still in a coma. Who is this? That is Atlo's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. But Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Atlo could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming of new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Atlo's younger brother, Sean Danayane. 6 months ago, he was bit on the head by a lion and fell into a comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Bailey, is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina Bailey would never do that. It's just not in her. How do you know that? I never saw you talk to her. So that's what happened to Atlo's brother. She's not the victim of an attempted murder. She's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat actually was an accident? Yeah, I do. I don't think Regina Bailey actually meant to kill anybody. That would be too easy. I suppose it truly was an accident. It's essential that a man knows when to give up, Mr. Phoenix, right? Yeah, but you never do that with yourself, Miss Montarma. It's impossible to prove Miss Bailey's involvement in a murder attempt, isn't it? Ha! Instigating a lion to attack? Who ever heard of such a thing? And to date, the defense claims that this was conclusive evidence. A small bottle of pepper. A lion. What's the connection? Ah! Shit, she must have figured something out that I didn't yet. I wonder what it was. What's the matter, Mr. Nit? Why did I say Mr. Nit? I figured it out. Wow, it was right in front of my nose the entire time. Your Honor, wait. What is it? The lion biting bat with no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix, right? Hey, you do realize, if you say that, you're saying that you yawned to an amateur. I don't know about you guys, but if it were me, I would not like to be beaten by an amateur. I would like to be beaten by a master. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Atwell's blubber bat. What could it be? We don't have a lot of information about Atwell's blubber. Bat Shadar, sedated with his blood, and a small quantity of pepper. Conclusive evidence. It's pepper. Pepper was the murder weapon. Small quantity of pepper. Bat had pepper on him. Pepper makes you sneeze. Leon. She smelled the pepper and bit down. Not because she wanted to, but because she was sneezing. Shit, wait, which one is it? Shit, can I get the selection again? But Regina is responsible for making... Is it the pepper? No, we only did the pepper. That's the Shadar. Atwell. This Shadar is something that Bat used to wear. Correct? That's right. And who was the one who gave this Shadar to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There's something more than just blood to the Shadar, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this Shadar to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright? You've done a good job of fingering the criminal, but out of curiosity, what was your crime? Accidental murder. Like, obviously, no one in the world would consider it actual homicide or actual murder or anything like that. There's no way she could have known that Bat was gonna bite down. But my point isn't that, oh hey, Regina murdered somebody. My point is that Atwell believes her to be responsible for the murder. That's the point. Not that, oh, Regina murdered Bat, but that it looked that way to 10 ding-a-ling. Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered Shadar to Bat as a present? Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge still doesn't get it. But you do. Mr. Phoenix, right? When you said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bitten by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed, and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if lions actually do sneeze. I might want to look that up afterwards. What? Eon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he did was sneeze. A horrible accident. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the cigar. What? You fool! And so, the truth comes to light like the blight. You've got to be kidding me! The most wacky voice possible. What's the matter, Miss Montarma? I object, for objection's sake. Mr. Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this sort of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. As well nearly lost his blubber due to an accident, or this jolt, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. Huh? Today, there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Afro? You can't mean witness. Are you confirming the defense's claims? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the cigar, the iron. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to follow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem has always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the Ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the act thereof, to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claimed was used. If that were to be found in Atwell's room, and it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. Then the last step. If I get this one right, the taste is won. The defense was pressed to search the room of witness 10 ding. What is it now? And you still haven't figured it out yet, have you? By now you should know that the meaning of Von Karma, total justice, you mean... And Von Karma never used anything to chance. We already searched Atwo's room yesterday. What did you find? Nothing? You found nothing, didn't you? There is no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Atwo would not be here as a witness. I would hide him so that I would win no matter what. But to put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? The bus wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Atwell directly to the prosecutor's office after that. Okay, I turn the camera a bit. Okay, go here. Please don't fall while I do this. Okay. I don't know how to do it. I honestly don't know how to do that move. Sorry, guys. I guess I can't see my one big issue in life. The fact that I cannot see. Okay. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Ha 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 ha. You got the final nail to put in my coffin. But, what about the cigar? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. You don't let this taste slip away. The bus, where is it now? Where is the bus right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where the bus is. I'm sure you do. There's not a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bus is? It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter argument seems to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness. No. Hold it! Where is Max's boss? The defense needs time to prepare its taste. I'm sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I just bit my tongue. Yes. What? Huh? We need time to do what? Ow. Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Well, yeah, but I don't control her. She does whatever she wants to do. Do you really have a taste to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Help me. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Atlo lived his life up until now. Now it's about time for us to walk our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of the object, there's no room for one false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The Max's murder weapon. Where is the bust now? Can't be in the Yarzine house. How would it be the Yarzine house? We get dough here. Okay. The Yarzine house. I don't think it should be the Yarzine house. Asmo's room was searched. And Mo, I think Mo would notice if he had it. I think Mo would have told us he had it. No, it can't be there. Somewhere in the Yarzine house. I don't think so. We've been in the Yarzine house since yesterday. And I didn't see anything in there. Somewhere in the bid top? Yeah, do you mean the real bid top? Or do you mean the whole surface? All we know about the Bailey bid surface's bid top is the cafeteria and the ringmaster room and the actual bid top area. The issue I have is that I didn't see the bust in any of those. And it's not like Atlo could have been playing keep away. He can't move outside of his room. So, wait a minute. He can't move outside of his room. I've been overcomplicating it. I don't need to think about, oh, where did he have put it? Here, he can't even go here. He can't even leave his own room. And if he can't leave his own room, then that means if he can't leave his own room, and Von Tarma looked in his room, then he can't be here, he can't leave his room, if he was brought to the prosecutor's office. Then the only place it to be is on him. It has to be on him. He's in a wheelchair. Right? Then that means it's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the exact location of the bust once and for all. Okay, these are actually really funny options. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do all of them. Actually, I'm gonna take a break for a minute. Hello, everybody. We are back, and it's time to pick where the bus is right now. Okay, so judging bench. That's impossible. Prosecutor bench. That's impossible. I'm pretty sure both of those people would notice a bus. Well, actually, the judge is pretty dumb. Let me do this one. It's, where? Why did you start talking all of a sudden? Well, I'm just not really sure if I should say anything or not. Under the judge's honor bench. You had to think about whether it was a good idea to say that. Wah! What did you just say to me? That's a penalty! Ah! Shit. Wait, can I not? Okay. Damn! Sorry, Max. I hope you only get life in jail. Yod. It's, well, why do you start talking all of a sudden? Well, I'm just not really sure if I should say it or not because the bus is under the prosecutor bench. No, you don't mean Miss Von Torma. Ow, 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 ow. Don't you think they off that easily? Shit, I got knocked the fuck out. Nit, get up, Nit. Proceed, Your Honor. I will when Mr. Wright opens his eyes. Nit, are you okay? Who is this Dale? Where the fuck am I? Is this a really poorly made tort room? Why is everything two-dimensional? Where am I? Who am I? There ain't no time for me to be using my memory. Damn. Damn, did you forget Maya but remember everything else? Because you seem to realize the situation you're in. So does that imply that you only forgot about Maya? That is crazy. Atro? I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? Is she gonna say yes, or is she gonna say no? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Denial is not an option. Actually, yeah, it is denial. He said he didn't hear me. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seemed to me that it would be really easy to hide a butt under there. Hey, so I have a question. Did we ever see this blanket before this moment? Because if we didn't see this blanket before this moment, I could see a lot of Yes Tom people getting mad at this reveal. As far as I know, we never saw a blanket before. So it would really be a cheap whip-off to just do that. Ha! Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bus is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proves inconvenient when Miss Von Tarma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have all been over. Which is why you had to hide it in the only place you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Atro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Miss Von Tarma, you fool! How could you? You got me. I did bad by a real blow. Actually, 2 of them. 2 of them? Me and Maya? Francisca Von Tarma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? No, I wasn't working with him. Please. I'm supposed to be better than him. There's only one thing I'd like to know. How did you know the Yorkshire supply searched on my room last night? Huh? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence. That the throat and the bust. I burned the throat in my room and threw the ashes away in the trash. Regina always took out my trash every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place I could hide it fitly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Tarma, you had things figured out, didn't you? I was completely shattered in by your calculated strategy. And now, to be caught in the middle of tort, hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So, you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Tarma. It all... Order in the tort. It all makes sense now. I can't believe Von Tarma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Aha, you definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. Yeah, no, they're not a part of her plan. They're definitely not a part of her plan. If it was, you know what she would be doing right now? Like, she would be laughing, like, hysterically, like, ha ha ha, you could never beat me. The perfection of the Von Tarmas is unmatched. I have thought centuries ahead, and your defeat was always my plan. That's what she would be doing right now. This was not her plan at all. Stop giving her credit, guys. I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Well, that proves it. She would never say this. Even if this was a part of her plan. Why did I order a supply search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. If only you hadn't done that, you would have let the real murderer get away? Are you good with that? Are you good with not finding the truth? It seems we've finally arrived at the truth. Atro. Yes, Your Honor? Did you kill the ringmaster of the Bailey Bid Circus, Mr. Russell Bailey? Yes, Your Honor. I am responsible for that crime. Atro. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it would be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the cigar with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a cigar. Regina believed in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when she said it. Too innocently. And she couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. Right when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So, are you saying that you are a victim in this as well? No. That's not what I meant. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I just couldn't get up and leave. I couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't get up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the surface itself. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. This court is adjourned. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Atwell, the ringmaster, Regina, bad. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't really know the answer to. Many congratulations, but only at max 1,000,000 of them. Thank you. What was the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Atro. No. If you worry too much about people, if you worry about people too much, then you'll always be like this and never be happy. Huh? She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. Sweetie Pie. Bat and Admiral, they're never coming back. Now, and everyone gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, please, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Admiral said something right at the end. I should turn it up and leave. Not yet. Does that mean that Admiral, is he gonna try to take revenge on me? I don't think he's the type of person to do that, but actually I really want to see what happens when I answer yes. I'm sorry, Regina. I just have to say, it's funny. I'm sorry I'm gonna hurt your feeling, but it's only gonna last 2 minutes. I think that's his plan. But what can you do about it? You did something awfully bad to him, Regina. You're right. He won't ever forgive me, will he? Yikes! It looks like I should let the final blow on Regina. Poor Regina. Phoenix Wright, why are you such an asshole? Don't worry. She's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that? Yeah, Admiral doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Even she didn't into the turnabout spirit. Is that a game? It did taste called turnabout spirit. Huh? I want to know that you're not just making things up about Atwell not wanting revenge. I don't know, his brother. Maybe? Atwell didn't want it that taught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. But that? That's right, Regina. She's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Atwell's been taught... I know. What? I'll do it. I'll sit there that the yawning tape. Until he opens his eyes. And until he can meet Atwell again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm so sorry, Atwell. I'm so sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is just enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. Oh, come on, Max. Are you really gonna leave the circus? The way it is now? Come on, you don't want to leave. It has everything you want. Regina's not gonna be happy, and she's already not happy. What's gonna happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Huh? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's sitting together. The staff, the performers, no one wanted to leave the circus. That's why I made a decision. You're gonna be the new ringmaster? What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world's ever seen? Don't laugh. That's quite the doll. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing in the world. There's only one thing in the world's best circus has. God damn it, why can't I not talk? There's only one thing in the world. There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. We mean that this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is, thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the Bailey Big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, Fleet Pie. It can't be the Bailey Big circus without Regina Bailey. Max. Man, it seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go to see the best. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world's ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It will take us a while to get ready, but I'm ready to order the extra special whooping cushions. I see. What made the taste? Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just as you said it would, sir. Wait, who is this? You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Atwell really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. Is this who I think it is? You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, detective, my plane's about to leave. As for Mr. Atwell's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. He's back! Oh my god! And he's not injured in any way, shape, or form. And that is gonna do it for Turnabout Big Top. Next up, we are gonna do the final taste of Turnabout, what is this? Spirit of Justice? So yeah, next time we are gonna do Farewell My Turnabout. But, to get around, I want to talk about what happened. That was a really good taste. I really liked it. We got a culprit who was actually sympathetic, which was really great to have. Usually, most of the culprits are just assholes and dicks. Sometimes they have a good reason, and sometimes they don't. But we also have Mr. Edgeworth back. Anything else to add? Oh yeah, I liked it. I liked how Maximilian, he still kept being a part of the circus, but yet he had to say it in the most, arrogant way possible, oh, you guys will need the best illusionist ever. And that's him. So of course he wanted to be a part of the best circus ever. I actually I would love to see that plot again. I know it's probably not gonna happen because, according to a lot of people, this is the worst taste ever. But I thought it was okay. As soon as you ignore the fact of how old they all are, it works as a taste. If Regina Berry was 18 years old, there would still be a lot of people thinking it's weird, but it wouldn't be as bad. So yeah. But I really feel like there's more to say, and it's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know what to say right now. All I can say is that, a couple notes. Really good villain, one of the few villains I've seen so far who actually have, well, not really a relatable motive, but a sympathetic motive. I noticed that a lot of the initial AA villains aren't really intended to be sympathetic. What was his name? Flame Solid was definitely not supposed to be, the only thing really, that makes him not a really bad person is the fact that it seems to have actually been an accident. After that, there's Wright, who is really just supposed to be a terrible person. After that is D. Vasquez, who, she's pretty good, right? I wouldn't really say she's incredibly sympathetic, but right, it works that she's not as horrible, and that her, right, the way she ends is just by being humble and accepting the fact that she lost. And that makes it like a little bit better for her. Also, the fact that it was self-defense, and that we had an ending scene of her, like, apparently she might have loved or really cared about the person who Jack Hammer killed accidentally. So that kind of helps it out a bit. Who else is there? Oh, yeah, Manfred von Tarma, really bad person. Yanni Yodi is a lot better, though. Yanni Yodi, he's another sympathetic culprit, only he's not really the main one for his game. Now, oh yeah, what's his name? What's his name? Oh yeah, Damon Dant, he's okay, right? Okay, he isn't really meant to be sympathetic, but right, he isn't evil. I don't want to say he's evil. That's such a, like, simplistic word. But yeah, he did have that speech at the end. Like, he did not hate Phoenix or Edgeworth for actually finding him guilty. Like, and he's even, like, pretty nice about how he goes out. Like, gives a little speech about how, oh, we are the future of justice and all that. So that isn't actually that bad. After that, we move on to the second game. And then, in that one, we had, what's the name? What's the name? What is it? Oh, we had, William? Wellington Richard Wellington. And he is not supposed to be sympathetic at all. Then the second case, we had, Eenie Meenie. We had Eenie Meenie, who is, like, she is sympathetic. So yeah, I guess, I guess it's a bit more even than I thought it was. But yeah, I think that Atwell was, like, the second person to ever actually, like, be the murderer and try on the stand. Because, like, the only other person who, like, was Eenie Meenie. But yeah, besides the villain, who was pretty good overall, there was Mo. He was good. I do not like how much he laughed, because it was just, like, a pain to try to imitate. Like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, it was just, like, it felt a bit repetitive from a voice acting standpoint, and, that dialogue went on a bit long whenever it happened. Kinda wish it didn't. But besides Mo, who, I liked how he had two sides. He had a clown side, and he had, like, oh, this is the real him. I like how there were two different sides. Our defendant, not as relatable, but I don't know, it feels like they were really trying to make him more sympathetic by the end, and it kind of worked, yeah. Regina Berry, pretty good. Maybe they should have made her a bit older in the authorization. But you know what they say, don't judge, a bit, what is that word, what that phrase, like, circumstances, something about, like, don't judge a person for the time they grew up in, I guess it was. But, yeah. Ben, not much character. Yeah, Bat was really good. We didn't actually see him, but I still felt for him. But, yeah. I really hope to see you guys for the very, very last case of Ace Attorney turnabout something or other. I forgot what it was. So yeah. And now I will throw these toys at you like Maximilian Theatricus did.